Love isn't enough. You can love a man with your whole heart. You can cook for him, support him, stay loyal, be intimate, and sacrifice your own needs just to make him happy. And yet, he can still pull away, grow distant, or leave. Why? Because there are three emotional needs that are stronger than love for men. Needs that, when unmet, can quietly sabotage even the most loving relationship. Most women don't know these needs exist, but once you do, you'll understand men on a level most people never reach. And when a man feels these three things from you, love becomes inevitable. Obsession becomes natural. Let's start with the first one. And trust me, it's not what you think. Respect that feels earned, not given. So here's the deal. If you ask most women what a man needs, they'll say love, loyalty, maybe physical touch. But ask an emotionally aware, honest man, and he'll tell you respect. Not fake respect, not automatic. I respect you because I'm supposed to energy. I'm talking about earned respect, the kind that makes him feel like you see him, not just as your partner, but as a man worth admiring. Let me break it down. A man can be head over heels in love, but if he feels you constantly doubt his abilities, talk down to him, or try to fix him like a project, that love starts to rot. Quietly. Here's why. Men are wired, biologically and psychologically, for status, capability, and purpose. This doesn't mean every man wants to be a CEO or a superhero, but it does mean a man feels emotionally secure when he knows the woman beside him respects his judgment, trusts his decisions, and believes in who he is. In fact, relationship psychology shows a man's self-worth is deeply tied to how he feels seen by his partner. Imagine this. He offers a solution to your problem. Instead of saying, that makes sense, let me think about it. You say, that won't work. You just don't get it. What does that do? It doesn't just shut down the conversation. It chips away at his sense of value. He starts to think, what's the point of trying if she always thinks she knows better? Listen, it's not about agreeing with everything he says. It's about making him feel you trust his intent, even if you don't always agree with his ideas. Now, here's the part most people get wrong. Men don't just want praise. They want to earn your respect. That means he wants to be challenged. Yes, but in a way that says, I believe in you, not, let me tell you how to be better. Because when you respect a man after seeing his flaws, after watching him struggle and try, that kind of respect hits different. It hits his soul. And when a man feels that kind of earned admiration, he bonds. Hard. But respect alone isn't enough to keep him connected. Because the second emotional need, this one's so primal, so baked into a man's identity, that if you meet it even once, you'll live in his mind rent-free. And no, it's not love. It's not sex. It's something even deeper. Stick around. This next one will change how you see men forever. Need 2. The freedom to feel like a hero. Let's talk about something most women underestimate. The hero instinct. Now, before you roll your eyes, hear me out. This isn't about saving damsels or flexing muscles like a Marvel movie. This is about a man's need to feel useful, capable, and valuable to someone he loves. You see, men are hardwired to seek meaning through action. They don't always express feelings the way women do. Instead, they want to do something that matters. Whether that's helping you fix something, offering advice, or showing up when you least expect it, those are the moments he feels, I matter to her. I have a purpose here. Ever notice how he lights up when you say, I'm so glad you handled that? Or, I always feel safer when you're here. It's not about feeding his ego. It's about feeding his instinct to protect and provide. Not just financially, but emotionally. And when a man feels he's your safe place, your support system, your quiet strength, that feeling goes deeper than love. Because now he feels needed. And here's the secret. A man who doesn't feel needed will eventually feel replaceable. That is one of the fastest ways to create distance, even when love is still there. But when you let him be your hero, even in small ways, his chest lifts. His voice deepens. He feels like a man. Not because you're weak, but because you gave him the gift of mattering. Now let's talk about the third need. This one, it's invisible, quiet, hidden behind jokes, distractions, and silence. But it's the most powerful of all. Need 3. Emotional safety without judgment. Most men were raised to believe this lie. Real men don't cry. Don't talk about emotions. Don't show weakness. So what happens? They grow up holding it all in. Silent battles, private storms, smiles that hide exhaustion. And yet, underneath is a person who just wants to say, I'm scared, I'm tired, I don't know what I'm doing. But the world won't let him. So he pretends. He performs. He jokes. He shuts down. Here's the truth. Men crave emotional safety more than they'll ever admit. A space where they can be soft without being weak, vulnerable without being judged, not fixed, not interrupted with, you should just held, listened to, understood. When a man finds a woman who creates that space, a woman who can sit with his silence instead of trying to fill it, who lets him unravel without labeling it too emotional, he bonds to her in a way that goes beyond passion, beyond romance. That's when love becomes loyalty, deep, unshakable loyalty. Research shows men produce oxytocin, the bonding hormone, more intensely during safe, non-judgmental emotional experiences than even during physical intimacy. That means what truly makes him fall for you isn't what you wear. It's how safe he feels when he's emotionally naked. And here's the beautiful part. When he feels safe with you emotionally, he starts to show up stronger in every other area. That's when he protects you harder, loves you deeper, and opens up more freely. Why most women miss these needs. So why are these three needs so overlooked? Because we've been sold the lie that love is enough, that if you just care enough, things will work out. But real emotional intimacy goes deeper. Here's what happens. Women often give what they would want. Words of affection, reassurance, caretaking. But men bond through respect, through feeling needed, and through emotional safety, not necessarily through constant attention or emotional check-ins. That's why the woman who understands these three needs stands out. Not because she's prettier, but because she speaks directly to a man's emotional survival system, and that makes her unforgettable. So if you ever wondered why love wasn't enough to make him stay, now you know. These three needs, they're the hidden code to a man's heart. I, respect that's earned. 2, freedom to feel like a hero. 3, emotional safety without judgment. Master these and he won't just love you, he'll never want to leave. If this resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. Which of these three needs surprised you the most?